Hello YouTube, today we have Gionni's latest flagship, the Gionni E8, and it's a massive device. It's a 6-inch device, and you see that the box is equally massive. We have the golden color, and then on the back you have some quick specs over here, and that's the MRP 36,399. So it has a 6-inch screen here, AMOLED screen, and one of the highest resolution back camera, 24MP autofocus back camera, 8MP autofocus front camera, 3GB RAM, 64GB ROM, and of course supports microSD card as well, 5.1 Lollipop, and 3500 mAh battery. So Gionni kind of gives its everything on this phone, the latest flagship, and you'll see that on top that's a massive device. We'll come back to the device in just a bit. Here we should have some paperwork. So once you open that, you'll see that's the quick start guide, that's the warranty card, and then you have some NFC tags and then a free screen guard. Plus you also have a free quick view kind of cover that's matching the color of the phone. That's not all, you also have a very premium quality earphones that also matching the color of the phone, and that's a great touch. And we've listened to these earphones, they sound amazing. The bass is very good, although it kind of gets muddy at certain point and gets it overshadows the mids at some point, but overall if people like bass, then these are great. You also have extra earbuds, and then you have a USB wall adapter which is 2 ampere, and then the micro USB 2.0 cable. That's about it. Everything that we expected and more are in the box. So coming back to the device, the E8, as you can see, it's a massive device, obviously because it has a 6-inch screen, but it's good to hold, and it has this nice boat shaped back that's kind of rests nicely on your palm. But however, this is a big device and it will be really difficult to manage it in with one hand. It's a 6-inch AMOLED screen, of course, and then 8MP camera, your earpiece, and the shortcut keys there. This ring is metal and gives a very premium feeling to the phone. However, the back side is plastic. You can open this back side. You have the usual buttons out here. Also have a dedicated camera button, and these buttons are also metal and they give very good tactile feedback. You have the 24MP autofocus camera, dual LED flash, your speaker grill, and then the fingerprint sensor. That's not the speaker grill, so that's the mic and your fingerprint sensor, and that's the speaker grill. And once you open it, so SIM 1, SIM 2, microSD card slot, and then the non-removable 3500 mAh battery. But overall, I like the design and build quality of the device. However, 6-inch kind of gets just out of the territory of the comfort zone. The 6-inch WQHD AMOLED screen is brilliantly bright and crisp and has a great viewing angle, and that's thanks to the AMOLED screen. The viewing angles are better than the IPS screens any day, and these guys also are not very reflective. So when you go to our gallery and check out some of the pictures, you can see how colorful and how bright and crisp these are. Of course, these are the sample pics, but still you can see the color reproductions there. And then we're gonna go ahead and show you a video. Very vivid, you see. Also, even though that's a night sign, but you can almost see what's happening even from these angles, which probably wouldn't have been possible on IPS screen. So overall, I love the display. Now this guy runs on Android 5.1, you can see there, and it also has Amigo 3.1. That's the skin from Gionni in-house, which has the usual Google Android apps like this, but then also lots and lots of in-house apps, plus lots of third-party apps as well. You see, those are the in-house tools, plus you have third-party apps like Game Zone, and you have this Superman and other things. However, fortunately, you can actually go ahead and uninstall this. Step uninstall and it can uninstall. So You can take off whatever apps you do not want, but otherwise you see the user interface is also quite smooth. Does not have a dedicated app drawer, and you can adjust your home page with various widgets and effects and those kind of stuff. Let's straight away go to the camera, which is one of the USP of this device, and a decent UI. See, it acquires autofocus quite fast and has a good buffer. You can start your video from here. And if there is one advantage of having a big device is that you have big enough buttons so that you do not have to fiddle around with small tiny buttons out there. You have some settings over, and then your 8MP front camera, which again is bright enough, does not lag, and I also have some shooting modes here like magic focus. Now one slightly confusing thing is here that I am on the front camera and it shows all these shooting modes, but then it gives you an impression that these are applicable to the front camera as well. Otherwise you wouldn't have shown on a front camera, but it's not like that. So if you go and tap magic focus, for example, the camera will automatically switch to the rear camera because that effect is only with the rear camera. So probably Gionee could have filtered that, like it could have shown the effects that are exclusive to rear and then a separate UI for effects that are available for front camera as well. Then that wouldn't have been so confusing. You have flash and other things. So good UI. Now we check the image and video quality. They are very, very good for a 24MP camera. Now you see 24MP is a lot of resolution cramping into a relatively tiny sensor if you compare to the dedicated camera. So you have some scope of cropping the photos, but then at low light, when you have too many pixels, low light, it gives out noise, and that's true for the cameras, that's true for the phones as well. So as long as there is enough light, you get some very good quality detailed picture with proper color rendition. But then as soon as the light goes low, you start see noise on this camera. And also the videos are crisp enough from end to end, so I do not have much complaint over there. Overall, I would say this camera is right up there with the more expensive flagships, but it definitely not the top camera. So you can see the sound is loud enough, the speaker is loud enough. Even when you keep the device on a flat surface, the sound gets obstructed just a tad bit, but not much. It has proper bass and a treble, and the good thing is that it supports DTS, and you can go and switch on those, and you have different kind of equalizers, different kind of presets as well, pop, rock, jazz, and those kind of things. So overall, I like the sound output here as well. So then, should you get the Gionee eLife E8? Well, let's talk about the pros and cons for a bit before discussing that or before deciding that. Pros of the device are, I like the overall design and look and design of the device. And number two is the audio quality is pretty good. The camera is also good, but that's kind of a two-edged sword. We'll come back to that in a bit. And I also like the brilliant screen of the device. It's one of the high points. The cons are, number one, 6" goes way out of the territory of the comfort zone to be able to use with one hand, or that mobility factor comes in there. And with 6" screen, the phone also becomes heavier because it needs to have a bigger battery. 3500 mAh battery does it have, so that's one con. It's hard to manage. Number two is that the camera, although the camera is good enough for most situations, under enough light. However, because there are too many megapixels packed in, you get slight more noise than some of the other sensors under low light. And number 3 would be the bloatware that come pre-installed with this device. Now you have to know that you can uninstall those. A lot of people who probably aren't too well versed with an Android system might think that they comes with the device and they have to live with that. That's not the case, but then yeah, I mean, that's the way these days the phone works. You have partnership, you have to earn money through those pre-install apps as well. I understand, but there are way too many bloatware. So if you like this device, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this device, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel and share this video to share the love. Thank you.